This evening is sponsored by Academia, which is a prestigious college in Warsaw in Poland. Almost Random Theatre has quite a connection with Poland because some of us, including me, just last week were in Wejherowo, which is near Gdansk, or Danzig as it was known in former times. At Jan Sobieski School we ran drama workshops which were extremely successful. So on to our first play tonight. This one is anonymous. The author has a right to ask that we don't give their name, and we respect that. But you will enjoy it. It's a play about love and romance and, well, perhaps a little bit of Marlon Brando as well. Can we ask Frank, Suzanne and Mary to perform Out of Control?
It's your birthday soon. Is there anything in particular you want?
I'd like to say it's enough that you remember the date.
February the 14th, which is also St. Valentine's Day.
The day for all lovers to express themselves once more.
To have, to hold, maybe to have again.
Which reminds me, who's Susan?
I don't know any Susan.
Oh, well, maybe I should have said Susan, kiss, 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 or Susan, LOL.
You don't think LOL stands for lots of love, do you?
Of course not. I'm no ex-Etonian posh boy.
Well, there you are then.
So who is Susan, XXX, and or, delete as applicable, Susan, LOL?
Female footballers?
Try not to play the innocent.
It's a bit late for that.
The question remains, who is?
R.
There are two of them now, all lovers expressing, with the emphasis on all.
What are you talking about?
I repeat, who is or are Susan XXX, as in Susan kiss kiss kiss,
Means nothing.
as in deleted texts.
On my phone.
Yes, your phone. Your phone? This phone? Here's your phone. Phone.
There are no texts from Sally XXX on this phone.
Susan kiss kiss kiss.
Nope, nothing.
You deleted them.
I did not. And even if I did, which I did not, you cannot reinstall deleted texts. I should know it's my phone.
Step 1. Install and run iPhone data recovery on your computer. Select the type of your device and choose Recover Data from iTunes Backup. Step 2. Scan the backup file. If you've backed up your iPhone constantly or synced more than one Apple device on your computer before, there will be several backup files displayed in the window. Choose the right and latest backup version, then click Start Scan to go on. Shall I go on?
Line.
Enough of this textology. I'm going for a pint. And then you're supposed to get up. Look, it says it in the script.
Do you think he'd really do that? It seems like a very abrupt change.
Also, isn't this all a bit esoteric? The science of deleted text? I mean, the audience would be bored, surely. They cannot see the text. And so far, we're about 20% into this play, and there's no real build-up of anger.
Well, that comes later, remember, when Sam throws the phone at Joyce. He's just come back from the pub. You've swapped the phones over, remember? And he suddenly realised that you've probably been receiving texts from Susan while he's been out.
Do you think that works, that swapping of phones?
They could have the same phone, it's not uncommon.
Yes, but when someone goes out, they often check something.
Not if they're in a rage.
Yeah, but they've got the phone. Joyce shows him the text.
Which the audience cannot see.
Unless we had some kind of projection device.
Well, too late for that.
Too late for all this. We've got one more rehearsal after today and just 2 days before the actual performance.
At the Valentine's Festival.
Yeah, and you should have brought all this up before at the other rehearsals.
I did mention it. I remember yesterday I said I was unhappy with the text and with the robotic tone of some of the lines.
So you're now having a go at my writing?
Of course not.
Yes, I mean all this stuff about a couple raging over a few texts. It's like Jeremy Kyle on sedatives.
Pound shop Kyle.
Everything's a pound shop these days. Pound shop Powell.
Or Nigel Farage.
A man of the year, no less. Hey, why not call me Nigel and my romances with the British public?
That'd be kind of surreal. And the text could be from Canberra,
Hence the LOL.
urging UKippers to become
Return to...
Toryland.
And then after February the 14th, Valentine's Day, the Tories
me, or me representing them.
break all their promises, no referendum on Europe,
More privatisation of the NHS to the Tory lovers.
the businesses that gain.
Well, we're chucking a bit about tuition fees and add a dash of Syria.
Something about the deficit or whatever.
You mean rewrite the whole bloody play?
Yeah.
Yes.
By tomorrow and rehearse it.
It'll go down a storm. Current affairs and all that, all the rage.
Bollocks.
Why?
Not enough time.
Improvise.
And what if you freeze or repeat? You'll just look like amateurs.
It's better than some of these lines.
You've got me. But texting's not the real world. And it's in the real world we both are.
But we're in love, and that's what counts.
Cliches. Soppy crap.
Well, you learnt it.
Of course. I'm an actor.
And on profit sharing.
Profits in theatre.
We do it for the love of the profession.
Well, why not have that as the Valentine play? The love of acting.
The actor and the art. The actor loving what he or she can portray. The love of the suspension of disbelief. The lure of the stage. The grease paint.
Acting is the least mysterious of all crafts. Whenever we want something from somebody, or we want to pretend or hide something, we're acting. Most people do it all the time.
Jack Nicholson?
Marlon Brando.
Acting is about honesty. If you can fake that, you've got it made.
Also Brando.
George Burns, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'll change the play. I'll do it now.
Now,
Yup, right now. I've just remembered an old university essay.
an essay.
Yeah, on philosophy. This won't take long. Why don't you two just go and have a break or something? Have a cup of tea or a sandwich. Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Text me when you're finished.
Yeah, okay. I'll text Susan.
Are you ready?
Yeah. I think so. Now, the plays are supposed to be no more than 10 minutes, right?
Yes.
But there's no minimum time.
Okay.
Okay. So, Steve, you come in from over there. And Jane, you're sitting at the table.
Am I doing anything?
Yeah, you're reading your magazine. And you could be muttering something about Valentine's Day. Or say nothing at all. I leave it up to you. Main thing is, 5 minutes left for rehearsal. I've only booked the room for an hour. Okay, so. And action.
Bloody philosophy. Joyce,
Sam, you're on time.
words cannot express.
Don't talk.
And that's it. Lights down, ideal.
But nothing is clear, and nothing happens, and why do we suddenly embrace?
Who knows? Maybe it's the end of the war. Maybe he's come back from prison or hospital. Or his wife. The point is, nothing is told to the audience.
The point being?
You are, sowing a seed so that the audience can individually create their own backstory. All they know is that two people who know each other's names rush together. Why that happens is up to the audience. If they really want to analyse, they can consider what happened before. But love isn't really like that. It's spontaneous, powerful, maybe even out of control.
So, then what?
There are details in the programme of the Almost Random Theatre actors on show tonight. Next up are Patch Harvey and Iris Baratier. They're playing him and her in the next play, which is written by Iris. And it's called And You Are?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry, you know.
Sorry.
Yes, sorry for being mean early. You know me, I say things I don't even think. No, please let me finish what I want to say. It's important. Everything has been quite a dilemma lately, and it's not your fault, it's me, and I'm really sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry? Please don't be. I told you, it's not your fault, it's
No,
me.
but-
No, please. I promise. I try to react differently next
Could you
time.
let me say something?
Yeah, sure, please,
yeah.
after you.
I don't want to be rude, but I don't know you.
What do you mean you don't know me?
I don't know you.
I don't know you?
I don't know you. You don't know me. We don't know each other.
I don't understand.
I'm sorry.
I don't be.
I mean, I did try and say something when you started talking, but then because you are, well, you know, quite talkative, it was hard for me to place a sentence, that's all.
Yeah, that's it. They often say that about me.
They say what?
That I am talkative?
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
This is incredible, anyway.
What's incredible?
I mean, you know, that.
What's that?
I mean, you look so alike.
Alike.
Yes, you look so like my friend. I thought I was really talking to him.
Ah.
Yeah. Anyway, which bus are you waiting for?
The 34, you?
No way! Me too! Ha! That was meant to be!
What was meant to be?
I mean, everything happened for a reason. That we met.
No, it's really not that strange. I mean, quite a lot of strangers do take the same bus and see each other. There's nothing amazing about that.
Oh, I think that's amazing.
Okay.
I'm going to read for a bit, if you don't mind.
I do mind.
I'm sorry?
I'm kidding! I have to text someone anyway. Go ahead.
Oh, thanks. No offense, yeah?
Oh, no offenses. No worries. I was supposed to be meeting him. And we were supposed to get back together by bus, but I guess he was really furious with me after all. Why am I putting myself in this kind of situation all the time?
Okay. What happened?
We had an argument.
I got that.
Sorry.
Don't... So, what seemed to be the problem? You know, if you don't mind telling me, of course, no pressure.
No, of course it's fine. Well, we had an argument.
Huh?
We had an argument.
Yes. And?
Well, we had an argument.
You are repeating yourself.
Am I?
Are you kidding me?
Yes, sorry, I'm being an ass.
Are you serious?
This is it! It's angry with me because I'm a ass, because I joke about everything, even important things.
I understand.
You understand me?
No, I understand him. I'm gonna walk.
Big thank you to Iris and Patch. Patch recently performed at the Lost Theatre One Act Festival in the borough of Lambeth, and the play he performed in, Ultimate Political Selfie, you will see after the interval here tonight, performed by someone else called Sarah. So you see how versatile this troupe is. The next play is the first of one or two tonight, written by Americans. This is by Alex Dreman from Philadelphia. He's had over 200 productions of his short plays performed in the USA, the UK, Australia, India and New Zealand. And he's the producing artistic director of Secret Room Theatre in Philadelphia. Our actors Amber and Cameron give us Speed Play.
And go.
Franny, the school teacher from Indiana. 2 children, Zachary and Billy Bob. An accident. 12 years younger than Zachary. Husband? Frank. She hates him. Came to New York to escape him and brought the children. Then he showed up at the hotel and kidnapped his own children back. And so, to feed it, she moved to a 5th floor walk up in Brooklyn, dyed her hair that hideous whatever color, and now works as a receptionist for Planned Parenthood.
Time. 5 points.
5?
You heard me.
Alright. Go.
His name, Graham, an internet pornographer. Grew up in Queens, but now lives in Gramercy with his wife. They've been married 2 years, and still she doesn't know how they can afford this swank apartment in Gramercy. But the guilt of his profession eats away at him and forces him to buy more and more beautifully tailored Italian clothing to somehow cleanse him of his secret. But the business just keeps booming and he finds himself in the dead of the night.
4 points.
Bite me. Go.
Carmela, struggling desperately to hide that limp. She's from a car crash in 1993. She's ashamed because it's her that caused the accident, although she lied to the police, the insurance company, the doctors, her family. Now that limp is a daily reminder of the pain she caused everyone, especially the family of the young Dutch boy, Johan, visiting the US for the first time on a school trip.
Time. Derivative. 2 points.
It was so not derivative.
How was the guilt of killing a young Dutch boy not derivative of the guilt of a pornographic obsession?
Ugh, they're two completely separate things.
Derivative. And even worse, diluted. 1 point.
Go.
Artist. Locked from Chelsea that his parents bought for him. Loves to live the
1
bohemian...
point. You can't do 3 men in a row. Broke the rules, I know.
I meant her.
Seriously? 14-year-old girl, blonde dreadlocks?
She is not 14.
0 points. Argumentative. And now time is up, bitch. Jonathan, off-duty Secret Service officer, incapable of declenching those ass cheeks and relaxing for 5 minutes. Writes legal thrillers with a political bent. The current manuscript is in their messenger bag and it's about corruption in the Supreme Court when the right to legalize gay marriage finally makes it there. He's up on the train this morning from DC to meet with an agent who didn't actually set up any meeting at all, but did express some minor interest in the first chapter. So Jonathan comes up to hand deliver the manuscript and now feels his jeans and flip-flops combination was too casual a choice for the meeting. And P.S. Gay, obviously. 10 points.
He's gay because he wears flip-flops and jeans?
He's gay because he's gay. He wears flip-flops or jeans because he's an idiot.
2 points.
Now you're just being vindictive.
Do you want 1?
I'll take the 2.
Thought so.
Well, that ties us up again, conveniently, and 2-0, 1 point each.
No, I'm 15 minutes late getting back already.
No time for me.
Sudden death.
Rules.
We do each other.
Each other?
You heard me.
5. Do your worst.
Jackie, 26 years old.
No. Flattering, but no.
Worked at an advertising agency on 60th. Second job out of school after a disastrous stint on Wall Street. Degree in finance from Walden. Mrs. Philadelphia, where she grew up. Middle child, 2 brothers, both kind of dumb. Missed half of 5th grade due to a mysterious illness, probably Lyme disease, undiagnosed. Loving father, horse-faced bitch of a mother who resents her daughter's casual beauty. Dated 4 men since moving to New York, but only slept with 2 of them. Almost incapable of true intimacy, but falls in love easily.
Yeah. 7 points.
Really?
Connecticut, not Pennsylvania. Yale, not Borden. And the younger brother is a sister with Tourette's. Really? I took off because, although the horse-faced bitch mother may be true, it's also a cliche in its truth. And you knew my name was Jackie. I told you that when you sat down.
You're
Henry.
-1.
Shut up. You can't talk. Born and bred in the boroughs. Queens early, then Brooklyn. Stepsister. Older. From his dad's first marriage. Who taught him successfully and perversely early how to rule the ladies in bed. Lost his virginity at 14 to a girl on his swim team. And now keeps a lengthy spreadsheet on his computer updated for all his conquests. That list hasn't been updated in a while, thanks to a self-imposed 2-year dry spell. Hunter College with a degree in, it's not finance. It is finance. A trick. Best friend and roommate killed himself sophomore year. And Henry has never quite gotten over that hetero man crush. Which explains the hint of sadness in his otherwise sunny casualties, which only comes from growing up moderately handsome. And explains why he too is incapable of true intimacy. And see.
7 points.
Asshole!
The rest though, kinda creepy, kinda close.
Really?
The virginity was lost at 17, and suicide was the same first girlfriend haven't had sex since. So the spreadsheet's only one cell.
Oh.
See how intimate that was?
I don't know why I said that.
Me neither. But I'm glad you did. Who are you, Jackie?
My name's Jackie, and I've sabotaged every decent relationship that I've ever been in.
Henry. And I'm incapable of true intimacy. Right.
I should be getting back to work.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
Maybe I'll see you back here sometime for lunch.
Maybe.
Almost Random Theatre receives no government grant and is very much dependent on the money and time given by many people, including the versatile troupe of actors who work for very little or sometimes nothing. I should know. Almost Random Theatre was founded by Chris Siverite in May 2012, and before Christmas there was a competition for a Valentine's play, short plays for Valentine's. And you're seeing one or two of the entrants, the finalists tonight. This, our fourth offering, was actually the winner of that competition. And as a direct result of this, it's been performed twice in Oxford very recently, and even more recently, last week, 4 times in Poland. I hope you like this play. It's called Dead Giveaway. It is by Daniel Guyton, who is another American. He received an MFA, I should say, in dramatic writing from the University of Georgia. He's had 200 productions all around the world, and he's responsible for over 30 publications. On his website, www.danguyton.com, it says that he specializes in the weird and the ambiguous. Well, I don't think you'll find this play to be either. Dead Giveaway with Frank and Mary.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know what to say.
Are you surprised?
Yes, what, of course.
Happy Valentine's Day, honey.
Thank you. But you know, I was sort of hoping for some flowers maybe, or some rather nice chocolates, but a funeral arrangement?
Well, sure, but don't you want to know that your future is secure? Our future? Look, we will be buried side by side in the lover's plot. And the headstone will be a big heart with both our names carved upon it, and the words, "For they so loved one another that true love will never die."
It's a little creepy, don't you think?
I think it's romantic.
And what if we don't die together? What if you die first and I remarry, or I die first and you remarry? What then?
Would you want to remarry? I wouldn't. You're the only woman I've ever loved.
It's very sweet of you, my love. But statistically speaking, men do die before women, and I'm not sure I want to die alone. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you know.
No. That makes perfect sense. I just thought, until death do us part, and
what?
And I never really thought what would come after that. I mean, I guess it makes sense that you would want to carry on.
Well, don't take it like that. It's not as though I want anything to happen. I'm just being realistic. Listen, what about you? What would you do?
Wow. Statistically speaking, I would be dead.
Yes, but if you weren't, and I was, would you?
I don't know, I guess. If you wouldn't be too upset.
Oh no, of course not, Robert. I'd want you to be happy, always.
Well, in that case, okay. In fact, there's this one lady at work.
Whoa, excuse me?
I was talking to her about her situation. Her husband died and she remarried, and we were talking about what that's like, and it never occurred to me to think about us. But since you mention it, she seems to be really happy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, all right?
I'm not happier per se, just happy. For the first time in a really long time. And I guess the more I think about it, the more I think that there could be a future after one partner dies.
Okay. Just do me a favor, all right? Just make sure she's not more attractive than me. I don't think I could handle that.
But you would be dead, sweetheart.
And I would haunt you from the grave. Seriously, though, you have my permission to remarry, but the woman must be a troll.
Okay. How about your sister?
What?
I mean, not that I was planning ahead or anything.
You will not touch Christine. You will not marry Christine. You will not even fantasize about Christine. Also, help me God, I will rise up like a phoenix from the ashes and I will cut your balls off. Do you understand? You will find yourself lying in this coffin next to me so fast it will make your head explode.
I just figured she was kind of biologically...
Do not even think of finishing that sentence.
I was trying to think of women I know.
You're not supposed to plan ahead, Robert. I don't have anybody in mind. I just know that if something happened to you, I would want to marry again. Not straight away, not even within 5 years. Just sometimes, so I don't have to be alone. This is all hypothetical anyway. We'll probably both die together in some terrible plane crash, and there's no point in having a question about it now.
I'm afraid of heights, so...
So would I be, if I knew that was how I was going to die. I love you very, very much, Robert. And you've been very considerate in your own way to give me this. I just wish you'd talk to me about it first.
It was supposed to be a Valentine's Day surprise.
And it was a complete surprise. But look, if it makes you feel any better, I will accept this gift. And yes, if we both die together, there is nothing I would love more than to be buried next to you for all eternity. But if you die first, I'm out of here. I'm sending my half of the plot to the next highest bidder, and I'm moving on. I just hope she's not a snorer.
Oh, more beautiful than you?
Oh, bitch, there ain't no one more beautiful than me.
All right, that's true. So, if you die first, I'll promise you this. I will find a woman who is uglier than you. I mean, not too much uglier, just a little bit. And I will move on down the road. Do you have any restrictions on how well she can cook?
No.
Okay. So kinda ugly, but a great chef?
That sounds a bit like you.
So there's only one solution.
And what's that?
We're gonna have to live forever.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
The final play in this evening's first half was written by the aforementioned Chris Sibright, who is A.R.T's founder. It's called Old Codgers, and therefore, of course, requires two old codgers. Well, Chris Sivright himself is the first one, naturally. And we have a very old codger as well, Peter Thomas. Chris and Peter in old codgers.
Aye.
Hello, old fella. Do you mind if I sit down? Okay. Oh. Oh, look at that sunlight. What I like coming up here, just the sheer space, everything. You know, last night I was trapped at Oxford Circus, 1,000 of us, just standing there. No trains, nothing. 125,000 people go through Oxford Circus every day, except we didn't. Just 1,000 of us, standing. It was almost a rekindled war spirit. We were swapping jokes. For example, what is the difference between an Irish wedding and an Irish funeral? One less drunk. It amused us as we were wedged together waiting for these trains to arrive. Of course, I blame the government. I blame the government for everything. If only Labour would come into power. They'd have the mansion tax, they'd have the 246 extra nurses, and we wouldn't be reduced to going to McDonald's to be treated by a Romanian dentist and then have to move rooms. Yes, he was struck off, but that doesn't help very much. And it's just that if Tessa Jowl, who's now ahead of City Can to be Mayor of London, if only she becomes the mayor or mayoress, we don't have to worry about Ed Balls. We don't have to worry about him not keeping his receipts. We don't have to worry about the guys who cleaned his window and maybe or maybe not paid tax. And perhaps all we'll have to worry about is overcrowding. Do you know what the people are actually worried about now? There is a play on called Black. No, it's not. It's not Black. It's called Bad Jew. And Transport for London have banned it because it might cause offence. But last week I was in Bedford and I saw this fantastic play called Intercourse, and not one person complained. Not one. We kind of have our priorities wrong. That's why I like to come up here and do bugger all, apart from talking to you. But I've got an enormous family, 5 children, but just one wife, just one. 5 children, and they just call me constant stress. There's little Julia, she's just doing her GCSEs. She wants to do languages. I want her to do astrophysics, get a proper job. She said, oh no, I want to speak Spanish. Then there's Michael, 24, wants to run his own brewery. Then there's Helen, living in a squat with God knows how many people, but they've all got tattoos, they've all got long hair, not that I've got anything against long hair, and they just go on and on and on about how I've made money and I should give money to them and parents should support, and don't we all occupy the same earth, and we know the names and addresses of people who are destroying it, but we still drink Starbucks coffee, of course, when we're not occupying St. Paul's Cathedral. And then there's Victoria. She already has 3 kids. Married a chiropractor, something about keeping her supple or something. But they still all come round when I get back from the train at Oxford Circus. They still all come round to my house. And last Elvie. Elvie. We used to like elves when we were younger, so we called her Elvie. We thought she'd be a bit like a pixie. What has she done? She has found this French guy. Something to do with wants to learn the French way of doing things, and we all know what that means. It's some sort of language course. Online French. But it's just, there's so many people. If they're not on trains, they're in queues for food banks, queues for buses, queues for theatres even, and that's a surprise, queues for cinema, queues for eBay online. That's why I like to come up here, where it's peaceful, where I can forget about elections and mansion taxes and bad Jews and good Jews and intercourse. Well, I don't really forget about intercourse, but I can forget about plates called intercourse. It's just so peaceful. Anyway, I best be off. Nice to chat to you. Thanks for the chat. I'm off now. Thank you very much. I'll give your regards to little Elvie and her French.
If you've been talking to me,
Well, yeah.
I'm stone deaf. I can't hear a word.
You're stone deaf, so you can't hear a thing I'm saying now. You can't. You're stone deaf, not here. Well, I'm deaf in one ear. That's the point. That's the point. Are you good with technology? Why am I talking to you like you're an idiot? Are you good with technology? Machines? 3G? 4G? Wi-Fi? Computers? I'll tell you what, sit down. That chair's a bit dodgy actually, but still, never mind. I'll tell you what I do. I could. No, I'm not going to give you money. I'm going to give you something better. This may look like a broken earphone, but in fact it is the latest in technology. At least that's what this guy on eBay said. I bought a picture from him last week. He said, never mind, it's a different joke. So this will help you hear. Watch this. Listen to this. Hello? You will put this in your ear. Good. Right, so we put it here, and it's 3G! You can hear everything.
Oh,
I have an older version.
I can hear.
You can hear.
Hey, I can hear.
Yeah, don't overdo it. You haven't heard for 10 years. How long since you could hear anything?
Oh, yes.
Years?
Yes.
Well, that might be something that...
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
That's right.
You're so...
I tell you what, why don't you come and meet my little Julia, my pain in the neck, Elvie, my little Michael, well, he's actually with the brewery, and my Victoria and Helen. And you can meet a Frenchman, and he can teach you... no, better not, actually. He can teach you what he... No. Why don't you come home and have lunch? I'll tell you what, I've got so much to tell you. For example, what is the difference between an Irish wedding and an Irish funeral?
I don't know what is the difference between an Irish wedding and an Irish funeral.
One less drunk.
Oh my God. Ah!
Well, bugger you.
There'll now be a short interval, ladies and gentlemen, of 12 minutes or so. We'll resume at 25 to 9, when there'll be 4 more very varied plays for your delectation and delight.